I'm Telina.
And I'm Tahra.
And
we chat from the mat. The laundromat, that is. We are so happy to be here for season 2 of Chat from the Mat. We're at Bubbles and Baskets Laundromat here in Kenilworth, New Jersey. My husband, Donnell, and I bought this laundromat a year ago, and we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary.
Yay! And on our show, we highlight different businesses and people who we think you are going to find interesting.
And for the start of the new season, we have Erica Ortiz from Shampooches Pet Spa. Yay! Thank you for joining us, Erica.
Thank you for having me. Awesome.
So we always like to get to know our guests a bit first and to find out what led you to open your business. So tell us how you got interested in becoming a groomer, when you first started, and what made you open Shampooches, the cutest name ever.
Thank you. I actually can't take credit for it. I bought my business from somebody. It was already made.
Oh.
I wish I could because it is so cute. But I started grooming actually my family dog when I was, a kid. And when I got my first personal dog, I took her to the groomer for the first time, and she was so nervous, and I just couldn't see her going back into that room, looking back at me like,
why are you leaving me? Like, why are you leaving me?
And she, no, I'll take her back. I'll do it. So I started grooming her, and then I just loved my dog so much. She was the one that I was like, I'm gonna work with animals. And from when I was a kid, my parents were like, you're gonna be something with animals.
Oh, you love them so much.
Yeah. So I started searching for jobs, and I started working with Chatham Animal Hospital. That was my first dog job. He taught me a lot: nail clipping, shaving matted dogs that need to be sedated because they're so mad or they're too nervous to be shaved down or to get groomed at the groomer, so they have to be sedated. So I learned on dogs that were completely sedated first.
Right.
Learned how to clip nails. I learned how to handle dogs. In nervous environments at a vet where dogs they're getting shots.
Yeah.
I was the one holding the dog while he's sticking them with the
needles. Wow.
I assisted him with a lot of dentals, and I learned a lot about the medical side,
Very interesting.
So, and while I was working with him, it wasn't a part-time job, but I needed more. I wanted more. I wanted to learn more. One of his clients was Olga Zabalenskia, who's in the grooming world. She's famous.
Oh, wow.
She owned Elite Pet Spa in Madison.
Mm-hmm.
So I started working with her, and that's when I started learning more of the scissoring and the clippering and the making the dogs cute
and pretty.
Instead of just shaving them down for medical reasons.
Right.
I started learning that, and then I met another groomer who was a mobile groomer, Jason Brown. He owns Four Paws out of Long Hill. I started working with him on during holidays, and I learned the mobile aspect of grooming.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
that's amazing. Like, there's all these different sort of categories of grooming, and you came up learning all of these areas.
Yeah, and I'm still learning a lot. I've been working with dogs for about 15 years now. Wow. But every day I learn something new about dogs. So I started working with Olga and Jason, and then I was in a pretty bad car accident when I was in 23. I was in 2 bad car accidents.
Oh, wow.
I was able to get a little bit of the settlement, and first thing I did was bought my first mobile truck.
Wow.
And that's where Shampooches started. It was 2015 or 2012 or 12 I started, and then 2015 I bought the truck for the first time.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. That is impressive. And you seem to have a lot of regulars, especially in Kenilworth and from all over Union County. How do you manage it all, and who's on your team? Is it just you, or do you...
We are a family-run business. Like, my mom is in it, my fiance is in it, my dad has been grooming with me pretty much from the beginning. After he retired, he took a class and he started grooming.
Oh, I love that.
We've been working together as a family pretty much since the beginning. And having a mobile, my van is 12 years old, held together by duct tape and thread.
Make it to the next appointment.
Make it to the next appointment. And it got to the point where, now there's me, my fiance, and my dad working just in one van. We needed more. And my van was starting to fall apart. I was starting to get nervous, and it was during quarantine, and it was like, what am I going to do if my van falls apart? How am I going to make money?
Right.
And by the grace of God, Jean, who owned Tender Touch, which has been the groomer there 30 years before I took over, as soon as I made the decision, like, we need to open up a shop, that same exact day, she put her cages up for sale
Yeah.
on the marketplace. And I was like, are you leaving? And sure enough, she was consolidating her 2 shops into one, and she helped me get my space. I live 2 blocks away.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, it is just a dream. It's a dream. And I am so happy that I did it because I love my shop.
And it's just so you all know, it is right behind Bella Palermo Bakery.
Right around the corner.
Right on the corner. It's off of 22nd Street. So tell us what kind of services that you offer for dogs and how often you suggest that, dog parents bring their dog into you.
I do it all. If I don't know how to do it, I will figure it out. I will give you a discount for me learning on your dog, but I always practice safety first.
Yeah.
I do it all. I specialize in smears. They're my favorite because I love keeping the dog comfortable to them.
We're doing a comfort room on him today. We're taking him short even though he's a double-coated breed because...
But we do de-sheddings, we do cats, we do creative. I'm starting to do competition grooming. We do everything. We do all breeds, everything.
All sizes of dogs.
All sizes. You have something that's grooming wise, we'll figure it out.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what are some ways dog owners can help make the grooming experience better for their dog and better for you? Is there something, anything you can do?
Thank you for asking that question. Start early. As after your second round of shots, even if it's just bring your dog in for a nail clip, have the groomer play with your puppy just so they have a good bond. Your dog and your groomer need to have a good bond.
Trust, like the trust develops.
Yeah, so bring them frequently so it's more comfortable for them. And at-home maintenance, at-home desensitization. That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Like
they get used to it.
So they get used to it is very important. Pretty much it. I would say good maintenance is 6 to 8 weeks, depending on the dog. Longer fur needs more maintenance.
Of course, right. And we'll go to, it's a great segue to one of the most controversial topics surrounding dogs. And I'll say, because I have a Cocker Spaniel Poodle mix, a cockapoo. So I've been the culprit of not brushing my dog all the time during the course of the weeks and then bringing my little matted whiskey. I know I'm so terrible. Don't cancel me for that. No. My little matted whiskey to Erica. And what I found was just became very difficult to manage his fur. So I know shaving down dogs is controversial, but there's a good reason for it. So I want to give you the opportunity to talk about why that happens and what we can do as like doodle owners or dogs that have long hair to prevent the matting. What are the best tips that you suggest?
A good relationship with your groomer, have some good tools at home, daily brush. Daily brushing, I would say, is a lot for any dog owner. I would just say, if you see that your dog is starting to get a little tangled, take a brush. This is an example of a mat that I shaved off of a dog on Monday.
Yeah,
we have to be able to take. This is if I had to demat a dog.
Yeah,
I have to take knives, get it under the mat,
pull
it apart. And I'm pulling. It's just not fair to the dog. It's not fair. It's not humane. I'm not into grooming to torture a dog. I'm in it to make them happy, to make them feel good about themselves.
Right.
And if I were to demat a dog instead of shave it, they're going to not trust me anymore.
That's right. Because they'll be afraid of you.
They'll be afraid of me because I'm doing something that's painful to them.
Right.
And that's basically why shaving down is necessary in certain times.
Right.
There's certain dogs you shouldn't shave. Double-coated dogs shouldn't be shaved because, their coat protects them from the sun. But, there's certain things like this, when it gets bad, a severity like this all over the whole body,
you have to just shave it down.
You have to shave it down. And the dog doesn't know why you're pulling and pulling.
Yeah.
It's not the dog's fault, mommy and daddy.
Yeah, it's our fault. I think one of the lessons I learned from asking you guys, like, what can I do at home, is actually to bring in whiskey more frequently. So that he's getting baths, and then you can see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then also we can make decisions about when to trim him down. I love him to be a big fluffy dog, but I can't take care of that. So, and I haven't had a problem with any shave downs in like months. So I bring him in there at least once a month he's in for a bath. So it's so important for all of you dog owners, doodles, the ones whose hair tends to mat, take care of it. And definitely ask your groomer what you can do.
Oh, I love when somebody asks me how do I take care of their dog at home, because it's less work for me.
Right.
Well, speaking of all this wonderful business you're bringing to Kenilworth, what do you like about having a business here? What's about this community that brought you in? And
I love Kenilworth.
Yeah.
Kenilworth, I grew up in Union, so I was
you're
always
next door.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as soon as I moved here, 2015, the community is it's such a small, tight-knit group. You know, I walk down the street, I'm saying hi to everybody. Like, you know, I feel like it's my neighborhood, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know,
I love that.
And the fact that I live 2 blocks away from my shop,
which is amazing.
That's
it's
amazing.
just, it's like, I feel like I can't have it better. I'm very blessed to be in such a great community. I love it so much. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Wonderful. And so is there anything else that you would want to tell our audience about you, about the business, about how to handle their pups? Anything you got?
I mean, I don't have kids. I have 5 dogs. Our life, I just hope with this interview that people get to know me better and they could trust me with their family member.
Yeah. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and before you go, tell us again, you're on social media, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So tell us what your handles are on social media.
On Shampooches Pet Spa on Instagram.
Excellent. And your address, your proper address is?
It's 541 Boulevard Rear, but we're technically on 22nd Street because we're in the back of the front building.
Yes. Okay. Thank you
so
so much for being here.
Yes.
Fantastic. And thank you all for joining us for season 2 of Telina and Tahra Chat from the Mat. Until next time. Bye.